Yeah, whenever you're ready, we can dive back
Thumb, thumb,
in.
thumb, 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 thumb. What? Thumb, 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 thumb,
If you
thumb,
didn't
thumb,
like the theme song I made, you
thumb,
could have
thumb,
just
thumb,
told me.
thumb, 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 thumb. Hi, welcome
Dum
back to
dum
Thumb
dum dum dum
Sound.
dum 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 dum.
Thumb, thumb. Okay. Hi, welcome back to Thumb Sounds. I am one of the 10 thumbs that you now have on your hand. Um, they're all thumbs. It's all thumbs now. I'm one of them. You don't know which one. Look down at your thumbs. Now back to me. That was the same place you were looking because I am your thumbs. Um, that was my intro.
And I am the immortal thumb, Daniel. Oh God. Hey Flitwick. Hey, maybe no
What is,
flamethrowers in your magical trial. Just
I
a
also
thought. Whoa.
I can't tell. I have to admit I could not tell through any of that which part was like the warning, like hey the flame is coming, and which part was the part that would actually damage you.
I think the smoke was the warning. Oh, this is just gonna spin like a crazy person now, huh? It also, unfortunately, from the angle, it looks like it's kind of going like at this angle, but it's definitely just going across here. But it super doesn't look like that. Welcome back to Professor Flitwick's Saw Challenge for us. I've escaped the reverse bear trap. Harry does have 9 fingers now, but that's fine. He wasn't really using them anyway. Jump. You just got done hiking, right?
I did. I just returned from a hiking trip with my sister. We were in Acadia National Park for a week.
Oh, that's did you
Um,
camp there?
we did. We did camping. So we technically waited too long in terms of reserving campgrounds because Acadia fills up so fast.
Yeah.
Um, so we pulled an old like scheduling a COVID vaccine appointment in the early days. We each took turns staking out um, the website at like midnight and refreshing,
Yeah.
um, waiting for places to open up. Which means that we had one campsite that we were at 2 days, and the rest we were all at 1 day, and we would just unpack and then repack, just hopping around the whole campground.
That's cool.
Um, it was. I mean, my sister and I. I'm sure it would annoy some people, but my sister and I honestly like have been wanting to try like backpacking. So the idea of packing a minimal amount really wasn't unappetizing to us.
Yeah, that feels very
Um,
on brand.
we did. It did mean we got to stay at Isla Ho, which is a branch of Acadia National Park that is on an island that is like 6 miles away from the mainland, only accessible by ferry. Um,
Dang.
a lot less tourists on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed there one night, and there are 18 miles of trails.
Whoa.
My sister and I both like the. Oh wow, jump scare.
God. These guys. All right. Come on, come here. Yeah.
My sister and I are as anal retentive as we are outdoorsy. So we got on this island and said, okay, well, we need to hike every trail on here.
Yeah.
And so we planned out our hike in that way, which meant that over the course of, we hiked 12 miles the first day and 12 miles the second day.
Wow.
And the second day, so the ferry dropped us off at 11, first day. And we left our stuff at the campground. And then we hiked our first 12 miles, and then we came back and ate so much curry that my sister had dehydrated. But it was, the great thing about curry is dehydrated and then the rehydrated curry is, there's nothing weird texture-wise. Curry is just a mush either way.
Yeah.
So it was delicious. And after hiking 12 miles, it tasted incredible. It would have tasted incredible otherwise too, but I mean, like, there's, food just tastes so good after
Yes, undoubtedly.
something like that. But then the second day, the last ferry of the day left not from our campground, but from further up the island in town, because there's a little town on that island. And so that left at 6. So we got up at 9 and started hiking, with our entire campsite on our backs, carrying the tent and all the bed rolls and all that stuff. Not all of our food, thankfully, because we had eaten it all. But everything we had cooked the food with. And hiked the other 12 miles. And so it was a nice little, like I said, it was a nice sort of almost like demo of like, this is sort of what it will be like backpacking. Can we do this?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully sometime next summer, my sister and I will get a chance to try that for real.
That sounds awesome as hell. We're like slowly getting into stuff more and more here, because there's just so many hiking trails around here.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, we were going to do a place called Crater Lake out here in Bend, which is like beautiful, beautiful lake. Pretty short trail, but still really, really beautiful and worth it. And then for the first time in about 2 months, it rained very heavily. Which we...
That was not the problem we had on our hiking trip.
But we like severely needed it. We're not quite near all the California ones, but it's definitely close enough that it could become an issue at some point. And so, on the one hand, you're like, sweet, yeah, we like super need that. And on the other hand, you're like, this is like the one day, because we were going to do it last week and we had to push it back because I had a work thing come up. And then we were like, great, perfect, it's a beautiful day, I don't have anything. She is doing some training stuff at the hospital, and then she'll be done, and great. No, the weather decided for us.
Well, see, this is how you're saviors of your area. Just anytime you need rain, just schedule a nice outdoor activity, and it will come.
Schedule a beautiful outdoor activity. You back to your point about food tasting great after like any sort of work. I remember when I went to Nepal 2 years ago and did some volunteer work on a farm there, that we stayed with a lovely couple. They were sweet as can be, didn't understand a word we were saying, and we didn't understand a word they were saying, which in a way is really... It's an awesome experience if you've never lived by or just with someone ideally who doesn't speak your language and you don't speak theirs terribly well. Because, we would get done with our work, which was literally digging a ditch for a water pipe. And the husband did just a lot of regular farming work and everything, and their son, who was like our host, was a teacher in the town nearby, so he had to like walk 2 hours every day to get to work and teach. And then at the end of the day, we would like his mother, the wife we were staying with, would make us some food, which was always dal bhat, which is a great meal to not have for every single meal. And if you have it for every single meal, even the best food can get hard on the palate, to say the least. But to the point that we wouldn't speak because we had nothing to talk about because we didn't understand each other. And so we would just hang out on the side of this mountain, eat our food, which was great, and then the game stopped for a moment. Oh, there's a fade. Oh, it's Hogwarts. All right, we're still in Hogwarts. But we would just sit and not say anything, and everyone would just kind of look out, and we all bought books and would just read and do whatever, and that was it. And it's crazy. But then
it was so pensive.
A C for trying. What?
From Professor Snape. He wants to remind you all that your next potion
C
is coming up shortly, and there will be house points deducted if any of you forget your ingredients.
Oh God.
That is all for today. Class dismissed.
I don't know if I have all the ingredients, though. Oh, I mean, I'm going to steal these beans, though. I give you a C. Get out of here with that.
Grass flavor.
guess that was just a floating thing. But then, so yeah, we would eat dal bhat every day, and then when we would go into town, on the weekend because we would all just not work on the weekends. And so we'd go into town, and the first weekend that we went into town, we went to a good restaurant, but definitely like just a very normal non-Nepali restaurant, and we all ordered large loaded meat pizzas, and we all ate the entire thing each.
I'll meet you at Hagrid's.
Oh, so like each...
We would eat, we each ate a quite a large personal pizza by ourselves, and there was like a cafe we went to, and everyone was like, give me the most chocolatey mocha that you have behind that bar. I want all of it. And nothing has ever tasted as good.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Does Harry drink coffee?
I don't know.
Oh, sprouts.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't think he... Oh, he goes to they go to coffee shops.
They do.
I don't... Huh. Meet Ron...
Talking about...
Oh, God, I gotta go to Hagrid's Hut now.
Talking about, like, the language barriers. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, Texture.
That's fun.
Daniel, I'm tired. I don't want to work today.
The textures?
That was the textures. They're tired.
Oh, okay. Got it. But talking about communicating with across language barriers, I work at a bakery, a sort of a very touristy bakery in New York.
It's awesome,
and it's delicious. But particularly pre-pandemic, we would get a whole lot of like tourists from various countries. A whole lot of French speakers would come. And unfortunately, I know very little French, but I do know a couple random French words now, particularly like the stuff that's on our menu. And same can be said for Spanish. But I do know a little bit of Spanish. And I'm also... I have a very limited Spanish vocabulary, and I'm decent at games like Taboo or Catchphrase, where you just have to like sort of randomly describe things.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh God.
And this woman comes up, and she asks, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I say, "Solo un poco y es mal," which means only a little, and it's bad. And she points to the chocolate chip walnut, and she points to the oatmeal raisin. And she says, "A difference. What is the difference?" And I go, "Oh, eso es chocolate y nueces. And this is chocolate and walnuts." And I go, "And this," and I point to the oatmeal raisin, and I realize I have fully forgotten the word for raisin.
How do you know about Fluffy?
And so I say,
He's mine.
"Eso es
Bought him off a Greek chap
uvas
I met in a pub.
sin agua," which means this is grapes
Grapes
without water.
Never mind. That's
And for like 2 seconds, she gives me the blankest possible look, and then she goes, "Oh!"
What a clever way to work around a language barrier.
Nicholas Flamel.
I was like, "I don't know how to say dry. I can't say grapes, and I can't say water." And I know
I should not have said.
and
I think you better
she got
get
it.
your
She was
ingredients
very
before
glad
it gets
because she did
dark.
not want raisins. Because she figured out what raisins were, and I learned the word for raisins after that. But now we haven't had enough tourists that I've forgotten it again.
Oh yeah.
But I enjoy. That was one of my favorite customer interactions.
I would murder for a cookie from your bakery. Are we not saying the name? Are we not saying the name of your bakery?
We can. I don't know. I don't know protocol for things like this.
It's
I don't think
very
there's a problem with it.
isn't it a funny little thing? Like I feel like this sort of thing and influencer culture and everything have made it much more acceptable for you to share vast amounts of details about your personal life.
Yeah, well, I had to be careful. We've been talking about like some personal friends between both of us, and I don't think I said anyone's last name.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah. But then one of our players in this campaign that we okay, can I go?
I need some shut eye. Why don't you get some too?
I gotta get my ingredient. Okay. She has mentioned wanting to record our session as a podcast. And I do a couple of other podcasts and stuff, and I feel like there is a lot of okay. End day, I guess. Okay, that was weird. I thought I had to get an ingredient, but that was really weird. This is not a great game. I don't think my estimation of it has changed at all. But yeah, like I feel like there's so much of our personal lives that we reveal now that older generations look at and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
You're telling people where you work and a rough location of where you live? And I think I feel very like, I mean, whatever. And obviously you're careful with other people's, personal information and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's so interesting.
Well, and we have different levels of that too, I feel like, because I'm here, I can just sort of be like, I'm in New York City. It's
Yeah.
like, good luck finding me.
Yeah,
Like,
fun.
I could give you my exact address and you still would have like 100 people to sort through.
Oh God, yeah. There's like, yeah. You'd have to find the apartment number. It's 54 for Ben. You'd need the cross street. It's 11th and 4th.
Wabernotter.
And Wabernotter Street, my favorite street.
That is one of the things I love about New York is that most things are numbered, but you do come to the occasional streets where it's like, oh, you're going to pass 111th, 112th, and then you're going to turn a right, and you'll come to Schwankerpop.
You'll hit.
Like, oh, okay.
No, I'm on Pumpernickel Row, not Pumpernickel Alley. I forgot. Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, silly me.
Pumpernickel Alley. I'd want to live on Pumpernickel Alley. I like pumpernickel bread. I used to always bring pumpernickel bread and salami sandwiches to school in elementary school.
Of course you
and
did.
Everyone thought I was bringing like bologna and chocolate bread sandwiches.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
It does, but
This
salami
is
and pumpernickel
my
is wonderful.
globe. Don't touch my globe.
Do you know where I can find Utah?
I'm looking for Des Moines.
Can you remind me of the capital of Georgia? I've forgotten.
I've forgotten. Is it Dallas or Texas City?
The capital of Georgia is Texas City.
Is it Dallas, Georgia, or Texas City? I think New York City would be a vastly different place if... Whoa! Whoa.
Where's Miney?
If New York City was, say, just in the dead center of Alabama.
She's been in there all afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Like, same social breakdown, same everything. You just pick it up, drop that bad boy in the middle of Alabama.
Are we doing a full like? What is it from DC Comics? Brainiac like just literally picks up.
Oh yeah, it's in a glass jar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hermione.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
The Lost City of Candor. Is that what you were referencing?
I definitely.
The last Kryptonian city of Candor.
I am a very spotty nerd in some ways. There are things that I know very well, and there are things that I don't know.
What would you say? What like fandom or anything do you know the most about?
probably Harry Potter.
Wow. Okay.
I'm pretty Harry Potter.
I need to be on the second floor.
I would say Star Trek, except there are people that just know a lot about Star Trek.
The amount of knowledge, and it's because I'm a Star Wars fan more than a Star Trek fan, but the amount of knowledge that Star Trek fans or Trekkies have to know to be considered cool in their fandom is crazy to me. It scares me for them.
Yeah, but if I had to go with anywhere, I'd definitely say Harry Potter.
Get in? Don't ask me.
That was just that was what timed right for my actual like
I think the trolls left
generation and my sister's
It's in the
generation.
bathroom.
Of
Hermione.
just like, yes, this is the thing that like we're actually having to wait for the books to come out. We used to do. My parents were very much into Harry Potter too. We would literally play a card game when we were on vacations called Harry Potter 20 Questions,
Okay.
where you would pick a random character, a random object, just anything from the books, and then you just play like yes or no 20 questions to try to get to it.
That's awesome.
We did lift the 20 question limit, but we got some like the fuzzy pink bathrobe that Hermione wears as she petrifies Neville in the first book.
Wow.
And you'd have to go through me like the first question always is it in the first book, is it in the second book, is it in the third book, is it in the fourth book, is it in the fifth book, is it in the sixth book.
Yeah, I feel like you burn a lot of questions right off the bat with those.
When you have to be like, okay, is it in the first book? Yes. Is it in any others? Yes.
Is it a person?
Is it in the
Horcrux?
seventh?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Is it the Deluminator? Yes. Like, it's surprising how quickly like if people are on the same page, how quickly games like that can either be like, oh, it's fully random.
I guess that, yeah, I mean, if you can pick anything in Harry Potter, I'd argue there's too much. Is this a girl? That's hilarious. Oh, my lord. That's rad.
How is there this much attention to detail?
That is so funny. Well, because the other ones, it's not like they designed clever graphics for the other. I guess that's pretty clever, actually. Charms looks pretty good. That's the library. Never mind. I take it back. Very, very subtle world building. It's a shame you couldn't get more than 10 pictures. All right, so I think we're about to face the troll. Do you wanna stop here and then we can have a climactic showdown with a troll?
Sure.
Hey, Ron, you ready to fight a troll? No? Great. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Oh, am I supposed to do a thumb sound?
I think it's your thumb sound time, yeah.
Let's see.
Sneaky, sneaky.
I look like such an... I'm literally sitting here. This is an auditory medium that we're really working with. I'm sitting here just staring at my thumbs.
It's weird because it feels visual, right? And it's definitely not.
Okay, here's me blowing between both my thumbs. What's that? I was trying to make like a trumpet squeak.
Do you want? Nope, it got worse. It got much worse.
Hope you're wearing headphones, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next time. I'm gonna fight a troll. We're gonna.
Can you feel it getting wetter as I go?
I can, and I don't like it.